Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dig into company reports so you don't have to. Today we're looking at QDM International Incorporated's latest filing, and let's just say some interesting changes are brewing. Before we dive in, if you find value in breaking down complex corporate filings into simple truths, hit that subscribe button. Also, join our growing community on Discord. The link is in the description below, where we discuss these insights and more. Alright, so the big news here is about the top brass. QDM International Incorporated has officially inked a new employment agreement with their Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Hui Jung. This isn't just a handshake deal, it is a formal contract outlining his role and compensation as the company's main leader. Think of it as the roadmap for how the CEO will steer the ship. Let's talk numbers. Mr. Jung will be pulling in a solid $300,000 a year as his base salary. That is a respectable figure for a CEO. But what is really eye-catching are the bonuses. He is set to receive a $700,000 special bonus right off the bat, likely for his past work. But there is another $300,000 bonus tied to a major company milestone, getting listed on the Nasdaq stock market. This tells us the company is actively working towards becoming a publicly traded entity on a major exchange, which is a huge step. It also signals a strong vote of confidence from the company in Mr. Jung's leadership to get them there. His contract is set for an initial 3-year run with automatic 1-year renewals after that. This provides a good amount of stability, suggesting both Mr. Jung and the company are committed to a longer-term vision. It is not a month-to-month situation, which is usually a good sign for stability. Now, like any employment contract, there are termination clauses. The company can let Mr. Jung go without cause, but they have to give him a 30-day heads up in writing. If that happens, he'll still get paid for the time he has already worked. On the flip side, if the company fires him for meaning for serious misbehavior or neglect of duty, she won't get any severance pay. This is pretty standard stuff in executive contracts. There is also a change of control clause. This means if a new company buys QDM International Incorporated and Mr. Jung's job is impacted, he is entitled to a severance package. It is a pretty modest one, basically 1 month of his base salary plus a prorated bonus. This isn't a golden parachute, but it is a common provision to protect leadership during acquisitions. The agreement also includes standard clauses about keeping company information private, not competing with them after leaving, and not poaching employees or clients. These are standard rules designed to protect the company's interests. Mr. Jung also has no family ties to any existing directors or top executives, which generally helps avoid any appearance of favoritism. This employment agreement is filed as an exhibit, meaning it is part of the official record, and it is marked with a plus sign. This symbol usually indicates that some parts of the document have been omitted, likely for privacy or competitive reasons, but the company has agreed to provide those specific parts to the CAC if they're asked. And finally, confirming the report, it is signed by Hui Jung himself in his capacity as Chief Executive Officer on the 12th of December, just 1 day after the agreement was made. So, what is the story here? This filing is all about setting the stage for QDM International Incorporated's future, particularly with Mr. Jung at the helm. The big push towards a Nasdaq listing, backed by a solid employment agreement for the CEO, suggests a clear strategy for growth and increased public visibility. The bonuses are incentives to reach that goal, while the severance isn't extravagant. The contract provides a framework for leadership stability. Now let's look at this from a broader perspective. If QDM International Incorporated successfully lists on the Nasdaq, it will open up new avenues for capital raising and increase their market credibility. This is a crucial step for many companies aiming for expansion. However, the success of this strategy heavily relies on Mr. Jung's leadership and the company's ability to meet the requirements and expectations of a public market. The fact that parts of the employment agreement are omitted raises a slight flag, though it is common. We'd need to see the full details of their business plan and financials once they are publicly traded to truly assess their long-term prospects. For now, this is a positive signal of forward momentum. Alright, that is our breakdown of QDM International Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these developments and what they signal for the company's future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate filings. Don't forget to check out the Discord link in the description to join the conversation. Thanks for watching. See you next time.